Woohoo! Hello, welcome. Happy National Life Coaching Month from Southwest Institute of Healing Arts. My name is Becca Lynn, joining you on day 5 of National Life Coaching Month. We do this every January, and I'm honored to be back this year talking about coaching around asking the powerful questions related to something you may or may not be aware of yet, or maybe it's something you're well aware of and you'll be excited to lean into this topic today, which I refer to as imposter phenomenon, also known as imposter syndrome. So I'm going to ask you some coaching questions today. This is kind of a collaborative group experience, so you can use the comments to really lean into this for yourself, participate. Maybe you'll watch the replay, but it's very helpful in just conquering through some feelings of self-doubt, fear, and any sort of procrastination that may be holding you back from success. And what better time to start leaning into this than January? So for everyone who's joining, just let me know you're here. I'm using StreamYard so I can see comments from Facebook, LinkedIn, and our YouTube channel. So use the comments, say hello, and I'm going to tee it off by asking the first coaching question. Are there any areas of your life where you feel unqualified? Okay, now when you're leaning into this question, just take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth, and really have some self-compassion, right? Some grace as we lean into some self-awareness, right? It may feel uncomfortable. Okay, so let's just lean into that question. Are there any areas of your life where you feel unqualified? Now, as you're thinking, I just want to recap. Casey Miller started off this month with connect. And I love that word because what we want to do here is have you really ground in, not only just connect here, but really tune in to your truths, your gut, your knowing, and be able to assess mindfully where you feel those feelings and what comes up for you. Okay, so just type that in. Now, I have done these in our private group. We have a Lean Into Your Success group on Facebook, and I've coached around this topic before. And this is very prominent with holistic practitioners, right? If we're doing our work and we are leaning into our own healing processes, then we may feel stunted, unqualified, or stuck in actually launching our practice, having clients, feeling qualified to show up even when you're going through your own storm, right? And this could be the universe just saying, hey, I am qualifying you. I need you to walk through the fire, go through it, grow through it, so you can show up and serve others who are doing the same, right? And as coaches, as life coaches, we know it's not about us. It's not about our story. So when we do show up and connect, we leave our stuff to the side, right? We leave our stuff at the door. So we're able to meet our clients where they're at. So I'm just going to make sure that we are live and good on Facebook. So imposter syndrome, I just want to go over what that is here with everybody. So if you're feeling unqualified in any aspect of your life, and this is natural, right, to wonder how we measure up when a competitive or controversial environment. We have social media, we have all these influences coming in and out. How are you measuring up? Are you good enough, right? Do we have some subconscious tendencies or a voice inside our head constantly affirming that we're not? How do we sit with that? How do we analyze with self-compassion and grace to look at any self-doubt that might be coming in? So let's play name it to tame it. In what area of your life are you doubting yourself? Okay. And so think about this too. We use the book in some of our curriculum, Upside to Stress, is how can a bit of self-doubt even be a healthy way to adapt, right? We have to be a little bit uncomfortable to make change, but it can also hinder your drive, right? It can catalyze your growth. So where are you feeling stuck? If you feel stuck, if you don't, fabulous. I'm happy for you. But it's very common when you're starting out as a holistic healing arts practitioner, as most of you are here in the Sweetheart community, to doubt your abilities, right? To doubt. And let's even look at this particular topic, which is common, right? Before you have to give a speech, who feels uncomfortable showing up to speak in public? And have you had to speak in public? Hi, Shelly. Yes. Oh, that's your favorite book. I love it. I love it. Upside to Success. I mean, Upside to Stress. Yes, that is a good book. The other good book for this topic, just so everyone knows, which we have used in the curriculum, thick book, The Prosperity Bible. Awesome. So Shelly, let's use you as a working example since you're here. Thank you for joining me. Have you ever felt unqualified in an arena? And if you're aware of what that is, let us know. And has it stunted? You love to speak. Yes. You dislike Zoom. Why is that? And I love that you love to speak in public. Now, here's the question. Before you do speak in public, are there any feelings of self-doubt that you have to overcome or conquer? Are there any fears that come up for you that you have to put to rest? Yeah. Okay. So, yeah, on Zoom, technology and hypnotherapy can be challenging on Zoom. Gotcha. Yes. So, for those of you who have spoken publicly, what makes you doubt yourself? Okay. So Roy Bell, who's another coach on here, actually joined me in our Lean Into Your Success group. We did a private group coaching session. He hopped on with me on this topic for a group coaching session. And I do have permission to share. Before he gave his public speech, right, at SWIHA, we talked about those feelings of the self-doubt and thinking, we're not good enough. It's impossible. Who am I to be doing this, right? Who am I for them to listen to me? So you got to really lean into that and go through what I like to look at as the 4 Ps that can lead to imposter syndrome or imposter phenomenon. Because nothing's wrong with you, right? It's just a state of being. It's an experience. We don't have to be labeled by it. And with self-awareness, we can learn to manage it. So you'll see that I put together these coaching questions so you all can do this little self-coaching with self to just kind of look at these areas and see if you can conquer this. So people pleasing is our first P. How many of us are people pleasers? Me. Okay. Yes. I will name that to tame that. I do seek approval from others. I love to make others happy because I get some sort of satisfaction knowing that I'm good enough, right? So I can be vulnerable and say, yes, I do that. When I catch myself doing that, I need to reassess and go, what is it that I'm needing, or why am I not feeling that my efforts are good enough, right? So staying strong in that self-truth and confidence is important because we don't want to sacrifice our beliefs, our principles. So we have to really look at not hindering our authentic expression and stifle our individuality. So maybe just thumbs up or heart it if that's one of the reasons you came to Sweetheart in the first place, is that you came to seek that authentic expression, to be able to show up in all of your power, which, let's be honest, how hard is that, right? Like James Patrick talked about yesterday in our coaching at noon, owning your presence. You are enough. Okay. And that's what it's all about. It's maybe we have suppressed feelings of not feeling good enough. So, in what areas of your life are you not feeling good enough? And what do you need to do to feel better about yourself in those areas? And I do have some tips. So, people pleasing is the first P. Be real, be honest with yourself. Who are we trying to please and why? That constant need for approval, where is it coming from? And so this is part of the coaching process, is the coach doesn't tell you what to do. I'm not here to tell you to do this or that. I'm here to ask you the powerful question so you can assess it, you can name it, and then you can move through the processes for realigning, right, in your truths. So that's the first P, people pleasing. Next one, biggie, perfectionism. Who has this ingrained in them to be perfect, to show up perfectly all the time? Ouch. Guilty, right? I'm being vulnerable here. This is not about me, but I'm going to own this. I hear you, Keanu, girl. Thank you for raising your hand. Me for sure. Okay. Why do we feel tendencies to be perfect? We're here to be human, not to be perfect, right? We are here to make progress. We are here to evolve. We are here to learn. Ryan, raising your hand, right? Same. Okay. We're guilty. We hear ourselves. We can own it. And then what can we do with that, right? That's what coaching is. So I am helping you as a coach to become self-aware of your second P, perfectionism. So striving for perfection can create fear of failure. It can prevent you from taking risks. And what does that do? You're not able to grow. You can't embrace opportunities if we are stuck in fear, which leads us to our next P with my prayer hands. Paralysis. This is a biggie. And let's be real, as holistic practitioners, healers, meaning we are doing our own work. So maybe sometimes, and this is going to be a coaching questions, do you ever feel stuck? Do you feel paralyzed? So paralysis is the third P. Overcoming fear of making mistakes is crucial for your personal and professional development. So feeling feelings of shame, guilt, embarrassment, the imposter feelings, right, that come up to say, who am I because I haven't gotten this right yet, to keep showing up for others, right? To hold this space when I'm still going through my own stuff. Okay. This is real. We feel unqualified if we might have a bump in the road or stumble, or we don't practice what we preach consistently all the time. Raise your hand or heart it or whatever, mad face it, sad face it, whatever emotion you're feeling right now, and lean into what that is, right? Where is that coming from? And what can you do with that? Okay. So paralysis. We don't want to be stuck. We want to own it. Hi there. Hi, Maddie. Yes, Ryan. I'm so glad you're all here. So type in what that is for you. Oh, yeah, sad face. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for owning that and really feeling that. Okay, Maddie, let's explore the sad if you'd like. Ryan says sometimes. Don't y'all love that I can show these comments? It's very interactive. So, Maddie, love the spelling of your name. Where do you feel that sadness in your body? And take just maybe a long, deep breath of grace, self-compassion. And where is this showing up for you? Are you a holistic healing practitioner? Is this showing up in your business? Is this showing up in your life? Crystal, thank you. You just joined. The question is, we're exploring the 4 P's of imposter syndrome. The first is people pleasing. So who are we pleasing and why? Why are we needing external approval? Maybe constantly, maybe sometimes. The second P was perfectionism. So really releasing the perfectionism mindset and embracing a growth mindset, right? Which is embracing our imperfections. I'm human. I'm going to mess up. I struggle. And here's how I manage and progress, right? We don't let it stifle us, which is the next P, which is what we're on, Crystal, which is paralysis. So if we have a fear of making mistake or not feeling good enough, not feeling qualified, when you hit your own road bump, right? Then what do you do in that space? Do you feel paralyzed? Do you feel stuck? Do you stop the forward momentum? Maybe you're a student at SWIHA and feel like when you hit a roadblock, something comes up in life, maybe it's external, that you just halt. You say, oh, okay, I can't do this. It's not time. I'm not ready. Guess what? It's part of the process. It's all part of success. Okay. Yes, thank you. It's in the heart and it's business and everyday life. Consistency is my struggle when it comes to my internal work. Amen, sister. And thank you for being real. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for being vulnerable, because that's what this is all about. And in a couple weeks, I'll have a topic on vulnerability and accountability, so that when we can share openly and honestly like this, then we can stop faking it and actually do something productive about it. We reach out for help, and I have some tips on how to do this. Okay. And I love these comments. See, yep, look, that's my struggle too. Keanu, mine too. So see the commonality here. And this is why I picked this very important topic, because we all have these feelings of when it gets rough, right? When we have to work through our own internal stuff, we can really start to assess. And this is where I also call it some spiritual warfare, right? We have like the Tao, we have the dark, we have the light. It's within us, it's around us. And what do we choose? Right? Are we going to buckle, or are we going to choose faith over fear? Are we going to show up? Are we going to ask for support? And I call it surprising yourself, because I'm going to take my coaching hat off for a second, talk about myself. I have experienced times where I have doubted myself and I've let it halt what I've done. So yes, experience, and being able to lean into surprising myself when I feel like it's too hard. Do I show up anyway? And I surprise myself. So I want to ask you, are there any instances in your life right now that are happening where you feel like it's too much and you can't show up? Is there any specific event in your professional, personal life that you're willing to share here? And I can post it here. So we're using this as coaching dialogue, real coaching dialogue, where you can see that come up. Okay. Crystal, imposter syndrome shows up for me concerning the perfectionism landscape. Yes. Okay. And I have a few tips that we'll talk about at the end here to see how you can integrate this. Yes, I tend to doubt myself a lot, not feeling good enough. Okay. What do you do when you doubt yourself or don't feel good enough, right? What behaviors and or thoughts come up and how do we reshape those? Yep, see here? This is the commonality and this is okay. This is us being human. So good. And it's okay to have these feelings. First of all, we do not shame ourselves in this space. Yes, Keanu just named it. I tried to say, boom, affirmations, which is my last tip on the list. But I want to talk about our last P before we talk about the 13 strategies to help you overcome imposter syndrome. Okay. Procrastination, right? Okay. Failure to launch our business could be common. Students who graduate from SWIHA who say, oh, I think I need more education. Oh, I think I need more time to start, and then I'll build my practice. Or I'm going to take a year off of school after I graduate to really integrate it. Don't wait. Don't wait. What are you waiting for? Are you waiting for it to all be perfect? Are you waiting to fall in line with what you practice, you preach every day? Are you waiting for the perfect business name? Right? Okay, Crystal, good one. The pressure to create reels and be present on social media can be problematic when the inner critic shows up. Oh, yes. Oh, goodness. Hold on. Inner critic. Boom. Okay. I had to type that as a hashtag there in the comments because inner critic, right? We all have that little gremlin in our minds, right? And this is where in the old school, you have like the little devil and the little angel. And this is the light and the dark that I think represents what we all have ingrained in us. And it's okay. Now let's look at that pressure, Crystal. Who's putting that pressure on you? Okay. Breathing, leaning into this, compassion, grace. Who's putting that pressure on you? And, okay, yes, I love it. Age. Okay, let's talk about more about that. What does your age have to do with the pressure to create reels and be present? What does age have to do with it? And here's just what I hear from a lot of practitioners that we coach is comparing self. So beauty, youth, trends, it's all out there. We feel like we have to compete with that, but you don't. Your wisdom is what we need you for, right? All the filters in the world are out there. Ignore what you think is competition and focus on the value of you and what you bring to this world, right? You have gifts and graces that you're sharing in the world for a reason. Those should be your affirmations every day. Keanu, I want to know what your affirmations are. Yes, I really want to know what your affirmations are. Hoping Sweetheart teaches us that in my last journey class. Yes. Oh, good. What program are you in, Crystal? That's awesome. Ryan, I'm actively growing through and sometimes uncomfortably embracing the blessings coming up with this P. Yes, and blessing is blessing and lesson, the same word that Casey Miller uses a lot that we use at Sweetheart. Because every lesson is a blessing if we're able to do that, right? If we can turn pain into purpose, wounds into wisdom, Is it easy? Not for me. Is it easy for you? Right? IHAP, good. Integrative Healing Arts Practitioner. Awesome. Okay. I'm not sure how to create a reel. Well, lucky for you, we have success coaches like myself, Jasper, James, Will. We have a crew who can help coach you up on all of this. We have the Lean Into Your Success support group on Facebook. It's closed. We host ongoing workshops, and you can go to Business Masterminds. This is the link to that group, Crystal, so you don't have to do this alone, right? You don't have to do this alone. You graduate in June. Awesome. Okay, Keanu, I am enough. I am confident. I am good enough. Yes. Here is mine. I'm going to hashtag this in the comment. I am worthy, right? What are you worthy of? Are you worthy of income from your services or products that you're putting out there? Are you worthy of love? Are you worthy of grace? Are you worthy of forgiveness? Now, when you're asking yourself, are you worthy? This is also the opportunity to look at, are you also extending these things to others out in the world? Because remember, our good friend karma is just cycling around saying, okay, if you would like to receive, please give, do this, right? So our invitation is to always be practicing what we say we want and what we are. Yes. Put out good energy. Yes, 100%. We're going to get it back. Ryan, I am worthy of my wildest dreams. Yes. Line from a song, I am enough. Amen. Put the YouTube link or a link for us to listen to it in here. That'd be a good song to kick off your weekend. And so the procrastination is the last piece. So a lot of delayed action stems from fear, not measuring up, not feeling good enough, right? Maybe as kiddos, we weren't, uplifted all the time. Instead, it was the latter. It was the other way around. So now with self-love, self-awareness, self-compassion, we can analyze and look at self-talk, right? So let's look at, while we have just a few more minutes, where this is showing up for you. I love it, Ryan. It's written on your bathroom mirror at home. Okay. Call to action, coaching assignment. Whatever your affirmation is for today, or that you feel like you need it to be going into this new year and maintain, use it as a screensaver on your phone. Put it right here so you can literally see it all the time. Write it on your mirror. Put it on your fridge. Put it on your steering wheel, right? Wherever you need to see it and say it. Speak it out loud. Make a little jingle in your head, right? Ask your family to join with you, right? Here's my affirmation today. Everybody join me in saying, and how does that feel when you say it to yourself? Right? Good. And then let's look at the quick list of 13 strategies to help overcome it. So if you're feeling there's certain arenas where you need to learn more, go seek the facts, learn more. Share your feelings with a trusted support network. So like right here, find a coach, have a group. Yes, I have reminders that pop up on my phone with affirmations. Casey, awesome. Wonder what app that is if you have that. That's pretty cool. I am bigger than my doubts, bolder than my fears, stronger than my obstacles. Is that a poem? Did you just create that, Crystal? I love that. That's beautiful. Big, bold, strong. Boom. Yes, I see you. Thank you. I have to put a check mark by it to make the reminder go away. I love it. Check. Did it. Done it. I'm wondering also how much 2024 affirmations. Yes, that is beautiful. Yes, you guys are amazing. Thank you for showing up today. Wow. So sharing your feelings like this in a safe space where we can be vulnerable and authentic is where we can celebrate our successes, talk about our obstacles, right? Share our fears of failures, share actual failures, because that is what helps us to grow. We have to fail. Failure is a natural part of success. If you read the Prosperity Bible, it talks about so many famous, very famous, wealthy leaders, people who didn't let fear stop them. And that's what the key to success is, my friends: consistency. And what's the number one killer of consistency? Fear. Not showing up, shutting down. You don't have to do that. Trust in your abilities, right? Cultivate the self-awareness, self-compassion, let go of perfectionism. Embrace imperfection. Show up anyway. So faith over fear, that is my affirmation. Faith over fear always. It'll kill relationships. It'll kill jobs. It'll kill you starting your business. Show up for that next client. Call that in, knowing that you are worthy and you deserve. Knowing, feeling, and thinking are those neurotransmitters that are going boom, boom, boom. The universe is hearing these. You think it, you speak it to the universe. Boom. It's coming. It's happening. Be very mindful that you are manifesting in every second of every day, right? People get to pick and choose. Oh, let's sit down and manifest. Oh, let's sit down and be intentional. Guess what? You're literally doing it all the time. Okay. I think sometimes we forget that. And that's why, like, whatever your process is, prayer, sitting, asking, thinking, noticing, okay, I'm noticing this thoughts coming in. I'm noticing this fear. I'm noticing this challenge. I'm having this struggle in this relationship. I'm having struggle with my job. I need to find a job, right? When you can lean into what you want and have that feeling and those thoughts that you already have it, that's when it pours in, right? That's when the blessings go bing, 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 right? You start to see these people show up. They're calling you when you're thinking of them. This is part of the magic of all of it, right? Let me know if you're feeling what I'm saying here. This is the flow. As I'm wrapping up, I know I'm 2 minutes over, but show up anyway, you guys. Faith over fear. If I had a really hard day, but I know I had to come to this Facebook Live to connect with all of you so someone might receive something that needs to be, I'm going to do it anyway, right? Or I'm going to ask for help for someone to show up for me. But I show up anyway. In the midst of any storm, show up anyway. Surprise yourself that, wow, I just had a powerful session with my client. Or we had a great group setting, coaching. So glad I did this because I was so scared and so fearful that it wouldn't be just right. Fearful that no one would show up. But here you are. And here we be, exploring ourselves. So set realistic goals for the new year. Please, 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 as you're leaning into our life coachings every day this month, as you're challenging yourself, set realistic goals and really lean into cultivating a growth mindset. Progress over perfection. We're not here to be perfect. We're here to be human. Yes, 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 yes. All the emojis. Thank you. And you're welcome. Ryan, yes. Crystal, connect. Yes, connect with Ryan and lean into the possibilities. I thank you all for your time. You all are amazing. Put in your affirmation here in the comment. Please, please, please. Affirmation: and then put it somewhere where you will be able to go over it every day for the remainder of the month at least, so that you can start to shift some inner dialogue, manage the imposter syndrome. We know we're not going to conquer, it's not going to go away overnight, but we can manage it, right? With grace, with love. And so it is. All right. Yes. Thank you. You are worthy and everything you desire, Keanu. I see you. Yeah. Yeah. You are capable of doing hard things. Yeah. It's a human requirement. Let's go. All right, you guys. We'll see you tomorrow at noon. Let's see who we have for tomorrow. We have Carrie, who will be talking about releasing 2023. So we'll see you all at noon Mountain Time tomorrow. And so it is. Bye, everybody. Have a beautiful weekend.